welcome back to my channel.
Hey.
For today,
Our channel.
Our channel. Okay, sorry. If it's here, it means our channel. If I'm the one doing the video, it's my channel. So anyways, you ruin it. It's welcome.
It's already going well.
Okay, again. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. For today's video, I'm going to,
We are going
to do a requested video by one of my friends, subscribers. Okay, again, for the third time. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. For today's video, we're going to make a video. Okay.
We're going to make a video about the story of how we bought our first place with a basic income in Canada.
Sorry guys, it's been a while since I asked him to join me in my sit-down vlog, so I'm so sorry about that. And to my Filipino subscribers, please let us talk to you in English so he
can understand what's being said.
In this video, we're hoping to inspire you, not only those people here in Canada, not only those people who are married to foreigners, but also those people in the Philippines, because we're going to teach you, or we're going to help you how to save money even though you're not making enough money or you're only making minimum pay. When people learn that I own a place here in Canada, one of the first things that they think of is because I married to a Canadian, which means he is rich. Like he has a lot of money.
Yes.
Why are you laughing?
Well, if you know me, that you just know how wrong that is.
What I'm trying to say is that is the common thinking of people. But here, we would like to share with you our experience, how we were able to save and how we were able to own our place, even though we were not making a lot of money in the past. I came here in Canada in 2010, and obviously James was born here. And we met in 2013. So in 2013, I was still living with my employer, and he was living with his friends.
Yeah, and driving from my friends, like basically every night.
To see me.
About a half an hour to see you.
Yeah. Kinikilig, ano? So when I was working for my employer, I was living with them, and I don't have to worry about, renting. But my employer was taking $300 from my monthly income.
Yeah, they took care of like the basic bills for you.
Yeah, in other places like Hong Kong, Singapore, Middle East countries, if you are working as a domestic helper or a maid inside the house, the employers are not deducting money from your pay. But here in Canada, during my time, not now, at the present they don't deduct anymore, but during my time, the employers are okay to deduct money from your pay. James was also renting.
That's right. I was renting a house, half of a house, with two of my friends.
So we met in 2013. That was after 3 years of me being here in Canada, and we were both renting. We were dating for how many months before you asked me to move in with you?
It was only like 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only like 3 months. You were looking to like end what you were doing with your current employer, and I was just like, well, I mean, just move in with me. It makes the most sense. So
yeah, so he wants
she did.
He wants me to move in with him after 3 months of dating. At that time, he was also living with his two friends, and I would be the only woman in the house and
living with a bunch of boys.
Oh yeah. And when you're living with the boys, I was like, maybe I have to think about it. So he was kind of like sure about me. He was already like thinking of the future with me. For me, there's a lot of things that I had to consider. So I moved in with him March of 2014. We met June of 2014. So that was like after 9 months. And at that time, he was also thinking that if we moved to the next place, it would be our own place. But
I was tired of renting. I've been renting in Canada for like 15 years, basically. Renting, sick of paying somebody else's mortgage.
So he's been renting his whole life before he met me. And at that time, I already own a house in the Philippines because I bought a house in the Philippines after 1 year of working here in Canada. When I was working as a caregiver, I was not making a lot of money. I was only making, I believe I was making $10 or $11. But when I left my employment, remember, she gave me $5,000
Right.
as a bonus because she was giving me like raises, but I was not getting the money because she told me that if I move out of the house,
Yeah,
she
it was like a parting gift, basically.
yeah, she wanted me to have a parting gift from them. And that was my money plus some of my savings when I moved in with you. And for him, he had
Just part of my salary would go towards savings,
Yeah.
and then I just would never touch that money.
yeah. So to me as well, my employer was also helping me to save money. So when I arrived in Canada, one of the things that they told me was to put money away. Even though it's only $25 per month, month after month, it's gonna accumulate and it's gonna be a huge money after a while.
Basically, just over a long period of time, putting like a small amount of money away every month that you don't even notice. Say after 10 years, after 15 years, you all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of money that you can use to put towards something big like a house.
Yeah. So to me, I was also able to save a lot of money. Excuse me. Sorry, I was full from eating outside, so we were outside earlier. One of the good things about James and I, guys, is we are both good with money. So aside from both of us had savings, we are also good with credit cards. So our credit card, we don't carry balance for the next month. Every month we pay our bill.
All that interest that you're not paying every month, it adds up.
Yeah. So we are really good with our credit card. You're under my credit card though.
Yeah, I am.
Right now he's under my credit card because I have better credit card deals and limits and everything.
You have a better deal.
Yeah.
Mine's just a backup.
Anyways, guys, we moved in together March of 2014, and after that something happened because I left my employment, so I had a hard time looking for a job. I was working as a receptionist to an insurance company. Then I worked in a supermarket for 3 days. And I worked in a casino. I worked at the clinic. So I was jumping from one job to another. I had no permanent income during that time. So that $5,000 from my employer was a huge, huge help for me. But I was able to find a job permanently. And that was when I worked as a receptionist to an employment agency. But something happened to James after I found that job.
Yeah, as soon as you found a job, I lost my job.
So he lost his job, and he also received money from his company.
So they had to pay out severance, money for vacation time, and just extra money depending on how long I'd worked at the company.
But the money that you received was taxable, right?
Yes.
James and I, every time we receive extra money, like for example, the money that he received from his company, our bonuses, or the money that we receive from our salary raises, we don't usually spend something ridiculous. Like, we only go to dinner, celebrate, and he gives me flowers, or I give him $3 balloons. Every time we have extra money, we put it into our savings. And that money helped us when we decided to buy a place. But on the year that we bought a place, Nanay, my mother, also came to Canada, and James and I also got married. So we have to think which is most important to us. So to me, it's more important for me to have my mother on our wedding. And to us, we don't really see ourselves getting married in the most expensive way. So we were like, okay, what are we gonna do here? So instead of spending a lot of money to our wedding, the savings that we had, we put it on a down payment of our condo.
Well, we ended up having to do all the work for the wedding ourselves. So we saved money with facilities, we saved money with food, we saved money with flowers, we saved money with like table dressings, with everything. We put the work in to do that, even though it was harder. just so that we had the money, we could save the money and still have a really nice wedding.
Yeah. So if you are curious what happened to our wedding, it was a DIY wedding. We did everything ourselves, including my dress. I hand sewed my dress, $30 dress, and I was able to make it. I'm gonna put a link in this video so you can see that our wedding was not expensive, but it was the perfect wedding for us. As I mentioned, we bought a condo. So here in Canada, there are 3 types of properties, I think.
There's the apartment, there's a townhouse, and there is a detached house.
If you say apartment, it's also what we call the condo. But here, most people buy the condo first because they can't afford to buy a townhouse or a detached home. So it's a starting house for most people. So the condo that we bought was very close to the city of Vancouver before. As you know, the closer it is to the city, the expensive it is.
Yes,
So
that number goes up very, very quickly. It's very expensive in the city.
I don't know in other parts of Canada, but here in the province of BC in British Columbia, if you are a first-time home buyer, because he never had a house before and I never had a house here before, so we were both first-time home buyers, the minimum down payment for a property is the 5% of the total price of that property.
That's still thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So even if it's a small percentage, you still have to save up to get that.
When you buy a place here in Canada, they are going to consider the income, the expenses, and everything else. So for James and I, we had to go to the bank, and the bank had to list everything, how much money we're making, how much money we're spending, how much our saving was.
Yeah, everything.
And everything.
All of your bills.
And he had a car.
Phone, yeah, you have a car, all
Yeah.
these different things. Even her property back in the
Philippines,
Philippines,
I had
they
to
considered all of those things before giving us a mortgage to be able to buy the condo.
Okay, so we moved in together March of 2014, and we started looking for a place December of 2014. And just so you know, he also found a job September of 2014.
That's right.
That's where you are working right now.
Yeah, I'm still working at that job.
But here in Canada, if you are going to buy a place, you have to have solid employment.
In order for the banks to give you money for a house, they have to see that you've been employed steadily for a period of time.
Yeah, for 3 months. The probation for the employee for most companies is 3 months, and I saw like some companies for 6 months. So when we went to the bank to get the pre-approval, we were able to bring the letter from our employer that we passed the 3 months probation. After we went to the bank, after considering all the assets, the liabilities, the spending and the savings and everything, we were approved for $250,000 for our mortgage. So that means that we can buy a property $250,000 or less. Here in Vancouver, Canada, it's one of the most expensive cities to own a property. And we were like, are we gonna be able to afford this? It's $250,000. But we learned something more. Something that we decided to do to be able to afford buying a house, being able to get married, bring my mom over. FYI, during that time, I was only making $14.50 an hour.
Yeah, and I wasn't making much more than that either. So
Yeah.
it would have been tight for us to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, so the bank assesses everything. So that means that they're not going to give you that amount if you can't afford it yourself.
Yeah, it can only be a certain percentage of your total income.
That's right.
They purposely give you enough so that you have money left over to pay for bills and everything. Because the way that it worked out for us was that basically one of our salaries would be able to cover the mortgage, and then the other
bills.
salary, and the bills, and then the other salary could do the savings.
Yeah, because we were not spending a lot of money for unnecessary things. We decided that, okay, we have to set our priorities straight. We had to think if this thing is, what we need or only what we want. For example, I was purchasing clothes at Value Village or the secondhand store, and if I buy from the mall, it's only like $5 dress, and I'm okay with that because for us, our priority, our goal was to own a place. So we learned that if we only depend on one income, we can cover everything without those unnecessary things, and the other income would be something for investment, for other stuff,
Or vacations.
vacation, and also I send money home. So we developed that kind of strategy until now. Since then, since 2015, Jim's salary and my salary, it's far from what we were receiving before, but our lifestyle didn't change. So we are still buying from the dollar store, from the Value Village. Every time we got a raise, it goes to our investment or to our savings, or it goes to Tracy's educational fund.
Yeah, we still go for dinner though.
Yeah, we go out for dinner every now and then. Before, when Tracy was not here yet, we used to go at least once a week. But even though we only live with one person income, we don't really feel that we are deprived from doing, stuff that we want because we're happy.
Yeah, we're so used to saving though as well. So it's normal still with us.
And one of the things that's also changed is he's not drinking as much as before. Remember when I met you, you were drinking almost every night.
Yeah, well, I was also living with my friends.
And this is what I remember. When he received that money from his last company, we put that money to the savings because we didn't know if he's gonna find a job right away.
Yeah, it was nice to have all that money all at once, but at the same time, I didn't know what the next 3 months looked like at that point.
Yeah. From that money, I think we took a portion of that and we went on vacation after he was employed. That's very important as well because some people, even they don't have a job, as long as they have money in front of them, they spend money like there's no tomorrow. They're like one day millionaire. So for us,
it's easy to get credit in Canada too, but people are bad with credit.
Yeah, it's easy to apply for a credit card here, but we only have one credit card each, and that credit card was before we met each other, and we have very good credit standing.
Yeah, we always pay our bill.
Yeah,
And
I think we mentioned that earlier as well.
Yeah.
Some people, they're so scared of credit card because they don't know how to spend their money wisely, or they don't know how to use their credit card. But for us, we use the credit card because we have points, and that points, we use that for traveling, we use that for airfare, and just like last time we went to a place and I got discounts for all of us because of the credit card that I'm using. So for our first property, we were approved for $250,000, but we didn't max that out. So with the help of our realtor, we were able to purchase a place for $188,000. As I mentioned earlier, the minimum required down payment here is 5%. And the 5% of 188 is like $9,000, $10,000. But we put $25,000 down payment because the more down payment you put into the property, the lesser you pay monthly. So our monthly payment for that property was only $800, and that was really easy for us. Like $800 mortgage, that's really good, and it was for 25 years.
20 years.
It was for 20 years. Maybe in the future we can share with you how we were able to buy that property, but it was foreclosure. Our realtor was really good. I think we looked at maybe 15-20 houses before we found that, and it was not bad. And after 3 years, we were able to sell that property for a huge profit.
I think the most important thing though is like save up as much as you can. Use whatever tools you have around you to put money into investments, and then that will help get your foot in the door into real estate.
Always put money away, like $150. It doesn't matter how much you're putting away. As long as you put something away, the more money you put away, the better. Another thing is buy something you need instead of buy something you want. So you have to set your goals straight. You have to think, what are your goals in the next 15, 20, next 2 years, something like that. And then focus on that goal. It's also very important that you and your partner are in the same page, like in the same thinking, financial thinking, because if you are saving and your partner is not, then it's not going to be successful, because only one person is gonna work towards your goal. So James and I, we were really good. Like, I'm really good at doing DIYs, even my nails right now. I don't have to go to the salon to do this. I did it myself. And he always gets $10.
Yeah, my nails are garbage.
And he always gets $10 haircut. $10?
No.
20?
It's like $20 from the local barber.
Yeah, and I never had a haircut for a very long time. In my 10 years here in Canada, I've only been to hair salon twice, and both of them were, paid by my friends or you. So I didn't really spend that much money on like hair salon, because haircut alone is how much? I don't even know. Like haircut, you easily spend, I don't know, $50, $60, $100 for coloring, for haircut, whatever. What I'm saying is, if you can, just like what we did, if you don't have any kids yet and both of you are working, try to live on one income and another income goes into your savings, and you will be able to afford something much more valuable in the future. Because I see people like buying shoes, like a lot of shoes. I know I'm a shoe lover too, but most of my shoes are $5. If you want to own a house, not only in Canada, but in the Philippines, in other parts of the world, and you're not making a lot of money, I mean, if you're rich, it's good because you don't have to worry about budgeting and stuff. But if you're like us, when we started, that we're not making a lot of money, it's better for you to set your priorities out, because it's always better to own a place than renting. If you are renting, you only pay the money to the owner of the house. But if you own the property, if you have mortgage, then you have that investment, because if you sell that property in the future, whatever you put in that property, whatever you pay, it's gonna go back to you. That's what happened to us in our first property. People are asking if I am also like in the title. Yes, I am in the title, because both of us put money into the property, so I'm also in the title. So we don't have that, oh, he's in the title, I am not, or something like that. So we both own the property. And now after 5 years, we are on our second house, and we're also thinking of selling this condo that we bought in 2015. We sold it in 2018 and we moved in here, and we're also thinking of selling this place really soon. So I think we're going to end the video here. I hope that you guys learned something from us. So if you want to buy a place, you can probably do our method. But if you're filthy rich, then you can, you don't have to do the budgeting that we did. But I hope those people that wanted to buy a property, I hope that we were able to help you. It doesn't matter if your house is small or big, as long as you can call it as your own. It's a nice feeling. It's a huge accomplishment. It's a huge achievement.
It's the biggest investment of your life.
So guys, we are going to end this video. I hope that we help you a bit. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, please comment down below. And if you have questions to both of us, let us know as well. We will try to answer them. We will also try to vlog about how we were able to sell the place before and how we were able to buy this place, because the place we live at right now, it's way more expensive than what we owned before. So until then, I hope you guys stay tuned and subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and click the notification bell so you will be notified if we upload something in the future.
Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit the bell for updates, like it, share with your friends, and subscribe. And until then, we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
I asked him to do the outro. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again in our next vlog.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye. Mwah.
So we moved in March 2014, and we actually started looking for a place December of 2014.
Really?
You have a really bad memory.
I do.
2014.
Oh, you're talking about that one. I thought you were talking about the condo. I was like,
No.
We lived there for 2 years.
we're still in buying process.
Okay.
Love. The minimum pay was $10.25.
You're gonna have to. I actually don't know.
Oh, no, okay.
I haven't followed minimum wage in a while. I feel so bad. I don't even know what minimum wage is.